Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Solomon. Welcome. Thank you for watching my video. Today, I'm going to teach you something that's pretty darn powerful. All right. Announcing three. The title of this video is announcing 3 surefire tips that will help you 10 times your productivity for 2017. I remember when I was growing up. I grew up in an Italian family. I grew up by my grandparents. And every night, my grandmother would make a big bowl of pasta. And she would make the homemade sauce, and everything tasted so good that it was so hard to stop eating the food. Because once you taste the ragu sauce, and everything was just so fresh and so homemade. The sauce was homemade. The pasta was homemade. Everything, the wine was homemade. Everything was just so authentically homemade. And I loved every bit of it. The problem with that type of lifestyle, eating style, especially every night, is that I would always be so sluggish in how I felt. And I felt just I felt like a blob. Just didn't want to do anything. Just didn't feel like doing anything. It just felt like there. You know what I mean? And it was getting annoying because I didn't want to go out. And I was tired of going out. Because I would just eat maybe a pound of pasta, and I would be either 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, just eating a pound of pasta just for me with all that sauce. Was it good? It was delicious. Absolutely delicious. But I felt it. And I was sluggish after results. Right? And I had a lot of problems associated with that. Had a lot of backaches. Even I was a young child. I was active. I was very active. But then I just felt sluggish immediately after that, right? So today in this video, I'm going to teach you three surefire tips that I've learned, especially in my 20 years in the military, that would just absolutely accelerate your productivity 10 times, guaranteed, right? And the key word that I'm going to teach you is called so. So. SOW. All right. Now, the first surefire tip to 10x your productivity for 2017 is S. No, it's not sex, right? Like what you guys are probably thinking. No, it's not sex. Well, if you want to include that in this equation, hey, why not, right? It never hurts, right? But it's sleep, right? Sleep is so critical to your overall cognitive function, your brain function. In fact, research shows that if you increase your sleep by 50 minutes alone, that's it. Just 50 minutes, if you increase it, after 7 days, you improve your cognitive functions by 22%. That's incredible. Just imagine your cognitive function, you're able to improve it by 22% just because you're sleeping 50%. 50 minutes more, right? Incredible. Ariana Huffington, in her best-selling book called The Sleep Revolution, transforming your life one night at a time. And what she discovered was that sleep was absolutely critical to achieving goals, to improve any cognitive function that we talked about earlier, to make us more alert, more awake, right? More responsive. Sleep also helps rejuvenate, right? And really, it helps us to heal the body. In fact, there's certain stages that we require and when we sleep, that it helps us when we're in certain stages of sleep. And there's alpha stage, there's beta, there's delta, there's gamma, and I can talk more in depth in it, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But what research shows is that certain stages of sleep actually helps rejuvenate and heals the functions of the body. In fact, brain wastes right, removal system is 10 times more effective when your body's asleep. Sleep also helps reduce and relieve stress, and it also helps fight inflammation. That's why when you're exercising, when I was in charge of recruit training, and I was training recruits to become United States Marines, we ensure that the recruits, in order for them to overcome the challenges and the physical demands that we put on their bodies, we ensured that they had at least 8 hours of sleep, right? Which is powerful. So sleep is absolutely critical. Now, here's some stories about some celebrities. Jennifer Lopez says she insisted that 8 hours of her sleep was her secret weapon to being successful. Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, says, "I'm alert and I think more clearly when I get my sleep." Ellen DeGeneres, she's a TV host and a comedian. A lot of people know her, very successful. She says her third metric of being successful in life is that she gets her sleep. In fact, she says, "I sleep at 11 o'clock p.m. and I wake up at 7:30 a.m. The Dalai Lama says sleep is the best form of meditation. Powerful. Bill Gates says, "I like to get 7 hours of sleep a night because that's what I need to stay alert and be creative." Bill Gates, one of the most wealthiest person in this world. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of our time in the 21st century, says, "Choose sleep over profits," right? So sleep, in essence, rejuvenates your body. It heals yourself. It improves your cognitive functions. It helps you to live longer. And most importantly, it helps you to be happier. I'm going to give a little story about what happened to me when I was just depriving myself of sleep, thinking that I can do it. And I teach certain ways that, yeah, you can go with less than 4 or 5 hours or 5 hours of sleep. Don't recommend less than 5 hours of sleep. But there's got to be certain parameters that you built around yourself so that you can remain cognitively functional, right? And I teach that in my peak strategy and peak performance seminars and also on my products. But I remember when I was going out or trying to go at least 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. And I thought that I was able to do it. And I was able to do it. And I was able to be effective. However, what I didn't realize was how much of an impact it had on my relationships and my kids, my children. I would get 10